All right, Zan, welcome. Deals of the week. You've got an interesting one to share with us. 1226 Second Avenue. Why don't you tell us a little bit about why the seller's selling and why somebody should buy it and why somebody maybe would not want to buy it?
Yeah, sure. Thanks for having me on. So the sellers are two sisters. They inherited the building from their father, who bought it in the early 50s. They've now had the building and managed it for over 70 years. Reasons quickly why someone wouldn't buy it. I think the debt markets are very difficult right now, and the restaurant's paying 70% of the gross income. However, on the positive side, they've been in there for 30 plus years. And when I met the owners, they're actually in the middle of signing a extension that goes until December of 2033 with that same operator.
How's the food at the restaurant? Very important question.
Excellent. It's funny. I've had like 200 phone calls on this one, and I'd say half of the people I've spoken to have actually eaten there. So it's kind of a neighborhood staple.
Interesting. Okay. Well, look, if the food stunk, probably wouldn't buy the building. Uh,
Exactly.
So I guess that's the downside, right? You have 60% of the income coming from, it's not like it's credit tenant, it's just, what is it, like some old school Italian joint?
That's exactly right. I mean, there's no conflict of interest. The owner is not, close with the people who operate the restaurant. They've just had a 30-year relationship, so there's no real conflict of interest there. But at the same time, I'll talk about the upstairs for a second. There's six one-bedroom apartments. All of these are, 10 to 15-year-old finishes. And if you know one bedrooms for the Upper East Side, they go for closer to, $4,000 a month in a renovated state. So you can kind of clip the coupon in the retail while renovating upstairs and evening out that, ratio better.
Why doesn't the tenant just buy it? They
So
could,
the tenant, it's funny, Seth. So the tenant did make an offer, but the sellers wanted us to run a full process, and ultimately we're doing that.
interesting. It's a good deal for the tenant. It's there in 13 years, they will be rent free.
Yeah,
40K,
exactly.
6.5 million divided by 12 divided by 40K a month in rent is 13 years. So interesting. All right. But that's basically the deal. And this is a 7.5 cap, 8.5 times the rent, fully market rate building, no stabilization. Looks like the units are in decent shape, and you definitely have some upside there with some renos. 7.5 cap, day one. Love it. Someone will buy
That's
it.
right.
All right, man. Good job. See you next time.
Thank you.